Hello everybody, this is NCS, and welcome back to Let's Play Sengoku Gensoukyou. Last time, we conquered the Scarlet Dell Mansion's top clock tower, no top floor, then we would have the entire Scarlet Dell Mansion. And today, we are going to start off with a new event. This event can be unlocked by deploying Alice into the battle against Madison. Sending Alice against Alice, how does that work? And then you need to get an affection bonus for either Yuka or Medicine. I believe I have a bonus affection for both of them, but well, it doesn't hurt. A field of Suzuran adorned the nameless hill, with Medicine sitting in the middle of it. She stared wordlessly into the distance, occasionally stroking the Suzuran with her hand. "Misu, are you feeling good? If you are, then share some of it with me." Having been born from poison, Medicine was essentially like the Suzuran. Whenever she was injured, a rest surrounded by a Suzuran would heal her body quickly. But such cures could not heal a broken heart. "Why am I feeling so down? Is it because I lost to a human?" She questioned herself, but could not figure out any answers. All she was doing was letting time tick away, while playing with the Suzuran at her fingertips. I guess that's part of it, but it feels like there's something different. And I haven't given up on liberating the doll's there? Huh? What was that? It was the dull feeling of pain. Something deep inside the tiny chest of hers was hurting. I don't know. What's happening to me, Misu? Please, say something. Who knows? Who's that? The voice that responded to her was none other than Yuka. She looked downwards at Medicine, clad in her familiar checkered skirt and holding her usual parasol. "Why are you here?" "Well, you know. You flew off with such a gloom and down face. It worried me a little. And of course, it wasn't hard to figure out where you would go. I simply followed after you in case you were planning on committing suicide." Why should she? Okay, she has a reason, but why does everybody who appeared in POFW think anybody else wants to commit suicide? First Komashino, Yuka. Seriously, what's with you characters? Who's committing suicide? Oh, you mean me? Oh, why does everyone think I do things like that? I see, that's a relief then. You're such a bad girl though. I went to such great pains to cheer you up, and now you're all depressed again. Depressed? Am I depressed? I'm not really sure myself. I feel like I should try to work even harder, but then I get this weird feeling in my chest. You're a doll, aren't you? Wouldn't you be empty inside? Well, she is. Well, she is a Tsukumogami, which means that she is an inanimate object that has turned to life. So, technically, yeah, she should be empty inside, unless that, well, it's said that those objects are possessed by a soul or a spirit, and not actually gain organs or anything. That's so rude. I've got my hopes and dreams and Misu all inside me. There we go then. You still have hopes and dreams to look forward to, so cheer up. I do, but I don't know. I lost, but I still wanted to make more and more allies, so I joined the humans. Do you hate being with humans? Yuka's question brought a shadow over Medicine's expression. Her body seemed to shrink even more than before as she continued to slowly speak her mind. Humans were supposed to be my enemy, but I don't know anymore. Like, you know, that magician. Alice, was it? She calls herself a doll master and controls so many dolls. At first, I thought that she was horrible, and that I had to save those dolls. But they looked so happy even though they were being controlled. Now I'm not sure of anything anymore. Ah, I see. That's good, really. You've definitely matured some. Eh? How so? Would you have thought so deeply about that in the past? Back then, you were so convinced that the liberation of dolls was righteous and just. Yeah, it was so easy then. But now, you're thinking, even arguing with yourself. That is why you feel pain in your chest. Whether that pain can be healed is entirely up to you. How am I supposed to heal it? Being told the answer isn't good enough. You said you were inexperienced, right? Ever since you became a yokai, you've always been alone. So you need to meet, talk, and feel all the many different types of living beings. Then, you may eventually find your answer. Ah, I feel better now. Thank you. Yes, that's the right attitude. The answer's waiting for you to walk towards it. Yeah. Huh? The chest in my pain stopped. That's even better. There's no need to rush. Just take it one step at a time. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But why are you always helping me out? Partly to amuse myself. Eh? That's mean! And the other part, that would be because we're friends, aren't we? I love flowers after all. Sunflowers or otherwise. Yeah, I love Miss Sue too. But sunflowers? Well, I'll try really hard to like them. I most certainly hope you do. Now, let's do our best from now on. Yuka had managed to cheer Medicine up to what she was like before. The feelings of pain and thoughts that occurred to her were things that she had never experienced when she lived alone in the Suzuran field. But she had ventured outside of her own will and overcame the obstacles deep inside her heart. She had even made friends that would help her. A new world and new possibilities were opening up to her. As long as she holds on to the light in her heart, kept snugly in that tiny body, perhaps the day when the relationship between humans and dolls change may not be too far away. I really like that scene. So much character development. Especially because Yuka and Medicine are in there. Even though, actually, I have to admit Medicine isn't that much of a character that I really care for. But yeah, Yuka is one of my favorite characters, so of course I would like having more conversations with her. But still, even then, the scene is really cute. And, yeah, another cutscene. And I'll talk about what the benefits of that event were later. Romelia stood at the highest location of the SDM, where one could view the entire sky at a glance. She was alone, the area was completely silent, and the wind brushed past her cheek and made her clothes sway. From the location, the moon looked massive and very red. Its waves of lunacy it emitted rained down on the Empress of Night, Romelia Scarlet. Her majestic figure basked in the blood-red rays of the moon. The wind is blowing again today. Ah, that feels good. Considering how noisy it usually is, it's nice to be able to enjoy the calm of the dead of the night. I remember, back when I never went out at daylight and only had the servant to speak with, it was always quiet then. Such a stark contrast. Now then, this is such a good opportunity to find out just what that Gap Yokai was planning. So she didn't know entirely, huh? It's time to go a little wild and figure it out from them. Being the master and the head of the group, Romelia was forbidden from fighting on the front lines and had not seen even a single battle unfold. Well, that sucks for Romelia, seeing how she likes observing battles so much. That is one reason why she does always observe the battles Mei Ling has with random people who want to get inside the SDM. With her expectations unmet, her frustration was at its peak. I told Pachi there was no need for a proactive barrier, yet she still erected one. Unfortunately, Pachi, I can't control myself much longer. Her hands clasped behind her back as she gazed into the sky, as if waiting for someone to arrive. By chance, the sound of composed footsteps drew closer. She did not even have to turn to know who it was. My apologies, milady. Lady Pachi's barrier has been destroyed by Reima. It is only a matter of time before they attack here. You were rather slow this time, Sakya. You were already aware of it, milady? Of course. I sensed the wavelengths of the barrier bursting and fading into nothingness. Then may I ask why you patiently waited here, milady? I would have thought that you have happily flown out. Do you think I'm an excitable puppy? Since you all took such great pains to set this up for me, I figured I would at least let you report what happened. Milady, such kind words. After all, I must have a climactic and magnificent entrance onto the scene, as befitting of my status. You and Pachi provided a fine opening act. And now, I can make my unrivaled and grand appearance just as planned. I suppose we're just the appetizers. They go splendidly with the main dish. My, please don't make such a sad face. Your supporting role is still very important after all. Oh, that's enough already. You're certainly not in a position to be impertinent either. Who was it who declared that she'd protect her master, yet lost to Reima's army? Ugh, those words that pierced my heart were sharper than knives. Even while conversing with Sakya with her back turned, Remilia's childish grin belied the sharp words from her mouth. Certainly, anyone besides Sakya would have been shivering in the terror at them. Well, at the very least, I'm glad to see you unharmed and in high spirits, milady. Such meaningless words. They do not even make me think that you were sorry for your failure. That is extremely regrettable. I can think of no other feeling more supreme than the sensation of protecting milady. Going too far with your words makes it even less believable. Do prove your words in other ways, if you would. Yes, that is why I have brought your usual beverage with me. Such perfect mutual understanding. It does seem that no one else is fit to be my servant but you, Sakya. It makes me warm inside to receive your praise, milady. Perhaps we should go for a trial of guts again sometime. You mean you want to fight Moko again? That would warm your insides quickly. I'm not particularly interested in liver, I'm afraid. I shall be leaving now. Please excuse me. One short bow later, Sakya returned to the mansion. The surrounding area was once again ruled by silence, yet the words from the earlier conversation continued to replay itself again and again in Remilia's ears. Goodness, Sakya and I have certainly mellowed. I remember when we used to be as sharp as knives, hurting anyone who dared approach us. Ah well, right now, with Mei Ling and her duels, Pachi experimenting somewhere, and myself with this wonderful view, it's more fun than before anyway. For the first time, her gaze dropped from the sky as she turned her back on the moon and walked towards the mansion. Then, with a quick swivel back to the moon, a thought came to her as she began to mutter. That's right, I almost forgot about them. I'm sure they've noticed this place anyway. Perhaps it'd be more beneficial to perform the first strike. With a small shake of her head, Remilia finally averted her eyes from the large red moon, seemingly quivering under the intense gaze. Well, even with those great words... I don't fear you at all, I just wanted to say, but hey, don't attack us right away, even though you said that just there. Yeah. Since I attacked twice last turn, I don't have any characters left to protect myself from an attack, but that doesn't really matter anyway, because, well, the clock tower can be attacked one more time, and well, I'll have conquered Remilia's party by then anyway, and then it'll be restored to max. So, yeah, we have new items to buy. Okay, I really have lost the overview of what we've gained now. Well, we do have another wind feather. Well, Marisa has one, that is. So it's probably that. But yeah, right. The event with Medicine and Yuka, its benefits are that I believe Yuka now gains an affection or affinity bonus when sent in the battle with Medicine and vice versa. Although I'm not 100% sure. And I believe the negative effects she should actually get from Alice are now gone as well. Although she never had any to begin with. So I don't know what's wrong there. But anyway, now that we can finally attack the SDM top floor, let's do just that. And ooh, we actually want to send Uremia into the battle here. I did not know that. So let's see, Uremia. Unfortunately, she has no affinity bonus with anyone, or faction bonus, or whatever. So let's see. This is actually a hard decision. Who should I leave out? You know what? I'll just leave out Kana. Let's have a tank class. Yeah, that should be good anyway. Okay. I hope that doesn't give any negative effects there in this battle. Wow! You can see the moon from here really well. It's so pretty. Oh my. Darkness surrounds you, I see. Ah, yeah, it's all dark. So you can't see after all, huh? Although it is said that in moonless nights, her darkness vanishes as well, since, well, Yokai's powers are powered by the moon. How wonderful. That's a little too dark, though. It's hard to see through it. Ah, I'm sorry. But at least in this game, she apparently can effectively manipulate the darkness to make it less. Yeah. How about this? You can make minor adjustments? How convenient. I would have no need for a parasol in this case. Well, don't look at me all scary-like. Would you like to serve under me? Huh, silly me. Why am I even asking? You have no right to refuse. Ah, I'm sorry. Oh, poor Rumia. Rumelia can be really scary if she wants to. Oh, only Sakya, okay. Good enough for us. Yeah, I'll cut that battle out, because, well, nothing new to show here. Ooh, Aki received an affection bonus, nice. And since I did not equip her with any, well, equipments, or at least not, anything that brought her over 10, I could actually increase her range again. We're being quite badly overrun. Rain was certainly doing better than I expected. Rumelia began talking to herself from a favorite place to look at the sky. She paced left and right, seemingly restless. Both Pachi and Sakya have been defeated, so this place is all that remains. They will surely attack at full force. The situation has become serious. If I use my full power, I would surely win easily, but the possible consequences are unappetizing. In the worst case, we might be driven out of Gensoukyou. What's that wing doing there? Oh god. I don't like this at all. It is one of my favorite characters, wings, that is to the right there, but I don't like the aspect of fighting her. Oh god. If only I had someone strong to fight by my side, then things would become much more interesting. Just pick me already! I suppose one won't fall into my lap. I suppose I will have to overwork Sakya a little more. Hopefully she doesn't collapse. Stop teasing her already. Flutter, flutter. Why are you bothering to hide yourself? I can see your wings. Eh? Ooh, I've been spotted! Hey there, Flandre. a single silhouette emerged from behind Romelia. It was a young girl, similar in stature to Romelia, with wings emitting a rainbow light. It was Romelia's younger sister, Flandre's Scarlet. Ooh, and I even made sure my butt was hidden too. What? Even if I couldn't see you, that ominous aura you give off would have informed me of your presence. You still are unable to control it, I see. That's mean and not true. If I try really hard, I can keep it under control, sorta. That's no different. Anyway, what would you be doing here? Didn't I tell you not to wander around by yourself? Ah, you're always so cruel, sister. You've been having such fun parties every day, and you're not even leaving anything for me. What in the world are you talking about? You can't fool me, sister. I can hear all that loud popping and squeezing even from underground. I can't say I was thinking about that. Or more accurately, I can say I ever cared about that. In that case, it's alright for me to join the party too, right? No. Eh? Why? Because you won't listen to what I say. You'll just go off on a rampage, won't you? Then what if I just go out and play without asking? Then a very big punishment will be waiting for you. It'll be so bad, you won't even be able to lift a single finger after. Eh, I don't want that. Then be a good girl and behave. What about if I really do everything you say, sister? Do you think I can believe that? Don't treat me like an idiot. I'll really behave. I don't want to be punished either. She may not follow what I tell her, but who knows what she'll get up to if I leave her alone. I should at least keep her under my watch. Come on, it's okay, right? I'm really bored, you know. I suppose so. However, you must behave. If you do as you please, your punishment will be carried out immediately. Yay! Thank you, sister! Just leave it to me. I'll squeeze and pop whatever you want. From now on, doing that is banned. Eh? Why? So you want to be punished after all? Oh, okay. I'll just whack them normally. I'm getting the feeling that things are about to get even more troublesome than ever. Thus, Flandre's Scarlet, the Devil's little sister, was added to the Scarlet Devil Mansion's front lines. It was a major boost of their war power, but yet another headache for Amelia. And for us. Yeah, Flandre is insanely difficult or powerful, not difficult. At least in, pretty much every game she appears in. But I guess we'll talk more about that once we actually fight her, since we're kind of running out of time for this episode. So next time we will fight against Romelia and Flandre Scarlet, oh my god, and try to take over the Scarlet Devil Mansion completely. This was NCS, and farewell for now.